Using the notes from yesterday, we're going to go over how to analyze these, how to go through these problems. So we first have our y equals 2x plus 4 and y equals negative 5x minus 3. So to find where they intersect, we're going to have to graph both of them, right? So we graph using our y-intercept and our slope. So if you look right here, our y-intercept is 4 and our slope is 2. So what does that mean? We start at 4, good job. We go up 2. So we're going to go up 2 and then 1 to the right. So we're going to go up 2 and 1 to the right. And then we're going to complete the line, we're going to have to go down 2 and 1 to the right. Down 2 and 1 to the right. Mid left. I know my directions. Making sure you did. Where they intersect, exactly. That's our goal, is to create the graph so we can find where do these two lines intersect. Okay. So do we see what we did there? Uh-oh, sorry. Okay, so then I'm going to do the second line. So for the second line, this time I'm starting at what kind of 3? Negative 3. And this time I go down 5 and then right 1. Do we see that? Okay, so up here, so we see how it's negative 5. So that means I'm going to go down 5 and then right 1. So when there's no number in the denominator, the number is a 1. So we're starting at negative 3. And I'm going to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right 1. Can't go down any more than that. So now I'm going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right 1. Can't go up anymore. But do I clearly see where they intersect? And they intersect at, so my answer is negative 1, comma 2. How do we feel? Is it doable? All right, so we're going to set up number 2. Okay, so setting up number 2 means that we need to get what by itself? Y. So we need to get y by itself. So in order to get y by itself, we have x minus 1 equals negative 1. So it's subtracting your x, right? And what I do to one side, huh? You can't combine like terms because are these like terms? No. So we're left with negative y equals negative x minus 1. If there's no number here, what's here? 1. Cast for the friendly 1. So I'm going to divide by negative 1. And that gives us a negative divided by negative is a positive. So we have positives, 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 positives. So we're working with y equals x plus 1. So that means I start at 1. I'm going to go up 1 and right 1, right? So I start at 1, up 1, right 1. This one's going to be then the other way. And then connect my dots to the best of my ability. Pretend that I'm going through every single point. making the world's straightest lines. Boom. Okay, so you're gonna work on the remaining half of this problem yourself, and then you're gonna do 3 on your own as well. If you need extra space to do the writing it, you can always just write on page 28 in your notebook as your scratch work. So on page 28, that's where you could do your extra little writing, your scratch work, because it is a small space, so you may want to consider. And then let's talk about 4, 5, and 6, and then I'm gonna let you work. So on 4, 5, and 6, you're not graphing. All you have to do is find the slope, the y-intercept, and tell me whether it's inconsistent, dependent. I'm sorry, what is it? Whether it's independent, dependent, or inconsistent, okay? So remembering the rules for each one of these. So if something is independent, that means that you have different slopes, right? Right? So if I'm independent, we have different slopes. Does that make sense? Okay. If we are dependent, that means we have the same slope and same intercepts. The first one is possibly the different, yeah. Same slope and same y-intercept. And then if we're inconsistent, that means that we have same slope. Now we have the different y-intercept. Okay, so we're going to do number 4 together, and I'm going to leave you to do 5 and 6. Okay, so on number 4, the slope for this one is easy. M equals 2, y-intercept is 0, -3. X plus y is almost by itself, but it's not. So all I have to do is subtract the x. So we have y equals -x plus 3. So its slope is -1, and its intercept is 0, 3. Which one of these descriptions does it fit? Here's one. The slopes are different, so therefore it's what? Independent. Okay, so that's how you classify. Questions on classifying. All right, 7 is you're going to practice setting up the equation and then using Desmos to answer it. Okay, so you're going to read, set up the equation, think about it. How would you solve this problem? So like we did with the sharks. So your hint for 7 is that I would let adults be X and students be Y, or the other way around. However you want to do it. But your student tickets are $5, adult tickets are $10. And the school sells 85 tickets and makes $600. So if you work somewhere, how would you calculate the cost of all of this? If I'm selling tickets, how do I calculate what I'm doing? Every time I sell a ticket, I'm charging a price, right? So if I'm charging $5 for every student, and I'm charging how much for every adult? $10 for every adult. Do you see that? Every means I'm multiplying. And how much money did I make? I made $600. And then for total sales, I know that together, X and Y has to equal how many total tickets did I sell? 85. So you have your 2 equations to solve for Y and to set up and use Desmos to solve. Okay. So, and then just like we did with the sharks yesterday, remember how we used Desmos to find the sharks? Okay. All right. So I am gonna stop talking now and let you guys work. You're fine.